see everybody. Let me just start off by saying, ever since I got the job, I really wanted to represent this university in a class fashion, and I wanted this town to be excited about the way we play. You know, a team that fights like they fight in this community. And we asked for the crowd to be the 12th man today, and they were great. We had a huge showing today, and I was so proud to run through that tunnel and see our fans, our community, our students out there representing us and wanting us to be what we want to be. To be honest with you, I think the fans did a better job than we did today, Floyd. You know what I mean? And we owe them more, we're going to give them more. And I just want to make sure everyone understands that I'm so happy and proud of this community. And we need to do a better job. We played a hell of a football team, a great coach, great coaching staff, and we just weren't good enough today. Gave them too many plays. The other thing is, football's an emotional sport. Anybody that knows me, I'm extremely emotional, sometimes over the top. And you know, I've said a few things out there today that I feel bad about. I really do. In the heat of the moment, they're the same things I said on the basketball court, on the football field when I was a kid playing. But I'm an adult now, and I need to constrain myself a little bit better. I don't change the way I feel. I'm going to fight the good fight just like we want our kids to. And I thought the kids did come out and fight. And I was proud of the way they kept fighting, and we tried to pull everything out to try to make it respectable and came up short. But I just want everybody to understand that we got beat by a doggone good football team today. There's a reason why they're top 3 in the country, maybe higher. And we just got to refocus and move forward to this North Carolina State game. And with that, any questions?
Questions, please. We'll give you the mic.
Scott, obviously the running game that you had today with Prince Mason Gully, Jerome Smith, what they were able to do, you take positives from every negative that you have. What can you say about the rushing attack that you had?
Yeah, I thought there were some good things. You know, I think we had too many negative plays, obviously, against a really good front four. Boy, those were good-looking kids over there. They've done a nice job recruiting. But I thought we sprung some good plays. I know Jerome had maybe as long as of his career, they said. And then, you know, all the way down towards the end, even with Devontae, you know. So I was pleased with those plays. We just got to get rid of some of the negative plays. Got to do a good job improving on the things that were ugly. We'll get right to work on that tonight, tomorrow, and try to solidify some things. But there were some good things, and you do. You have to look at the positives, especially when you get beat by a good football team. And we got beat by a doggone good football team, and you know, the big thing we want to do is come out of this, look at the corrections, look at the areas that we gave them, because God knows they earned a bunch, because they're a good football team, but we gave them too many too. We got to look at the give-me's and get rid of those, or else we're not going to be able to move forward the way we want to. But also accentuate on the positives and understand that you can build on those things. And the mind's made up to work better when you build on the positives, so we're not going to sit there and sulk all week. We're going to go to work hard on those things. Next question, Mike?
Scott back here, all the way back.
Hey, Mark.
Hey, Scott. We talked about the start they got off to, not only 3 plays in, but 21 points in the first quarter, and how difficult that was to overcome.
Yeah, unsurmountable almost. You know, it's one of those situations where you can't give them plays, and we did, Mark. You know, it's a situation where our kids, we have to do a better job seeing small targets under pressure. And, you know, we talked about it all week, but we didn't do a good enough job. So that starts with me. I got to do a better job teaching. You know, teaching the kids to see things with the speed of the game. And these guys get up on you quick now. They get up on your toes quick. Those are some talented kids and an excellent offensive scheme that Dabo has. And so really what you got to do is look at the small targets and keep working on it. Really do a better job of what I've been talking about all week, to be honest with you, Mark.
Nico.
Coach back here.
And Nico.
Hey, Coach. You know, I'm proud of you guys that, you know, you come out of the second, if you're down 35-7 at halftime, they just march down there, score a touchdown, and it made things interesting. They really just kept fighting there.
Yeah, not quite interesting enough, but I was proud of them. You know, they kept fighting. You know, we got knocked down, got kicked around a little bit, and, you know, characters revealed, you know, when things are down. You know, what we said at halftime is, I said it's opposite day. Every thought in your mind of where you want to go, we're not going. It's opposite day. And we're going to go out there and fight our butts off. I said the crowd deserves it. They showed up today. We didn't show up in the first half. Let's give them a reason to stick around and go play our ass off. And I was proud of the fact that they did that. And, you know, we tried to pull everything, wrinkle out of the book that we could to try to make it exciting and try to get back in this thing. And for a minute there, I thought we had a shot. You know, that momentum thing felt like it was going. And if we could have made one more play, you know, that went over on their sideline, or if we could have got something there. anyway. I was real proud of them. They kept fighting. I love our players. I love our student athletes.
Scott, you mentioned Davo's offensive scheme and how successful it is for them. Is it almost a perfect marriage between scheme and quarterback with what Taj Boyd can do?
Yeah, it is. It really is. He's a very talented player. He makes plays with his feet as well as his arm. He's perfect in that offense, and they do a great job scheming you. They did a nice job. They made a couple nice wrinkle adjustments on how they ran the power. They looped it back a different way than we were prepared for, back to the shade the five, or talking football, but back to the weak side, and they beat us. They beat us on some plays, coaching-wise, you know, and he's a heck of a football coach. He's an offensive coordinator.
Coach, in the second half, you guys played much better defensively. What types of adjustments did you guys make to try to slow them down so it looked like it worked?
Yeah, not so many adjustments, just seeing things better. Playing the way we should have played in the first half, to be quite honest with you. A couple little adjustments. We still got beat on one of them. We made an adjustment, still got beat, so hats off to them for being a good football team, too. Good players make plays sometimes. You know, it's just a doggone shame that we gave a few early first half. But really, I think the kids just saw things better and calmed down. I got to do a better job. Obviously, my personality is the calmest in the world, but I got to do a good job playing to the calm side of things too. So, just got to keep on working hard to get better at all these little things.
Scott, coming into today, there was a lot of questions about how Terrell could do against a pretty strong opponent. If you just looked at his box score, I think it was ugly at times, but can you just evaluate how you thought your quarterback
I need to really
played?
see it on tape. It's very difficult for me, to be honest with you, until I can really watch it. I like the fact that he fights. I like the fact that he took off with the ball a few times, made some plays with his feet. I'm sure there's going to be similarities with some of the secondary players to Terrell with his vision and seeing the right things when pressure's on. So it's a great learning opportunity for all of our players to really focus in on learning how to see the game better as they grow as young players, including Terrell.
That decision for Clemson to go for it on the fourth down there, now that you've had some time to think about it, do you think it's okay to
I think it's okay because it's all within the rules, and Davo's a competitor, and he wanted to, do a good job on that play, and I just felt bad that I was a little over the top there, yelling across the field. But he's competitive, I'm competitive, and I got all the respect in the world for him, and I hope he still feels good about from our side of the fence, or his side of the fence.
Last question for Coach Martin.
Coach, do you take lessons from this, or do you just look at it as Clemson's a top 3 team, and this is not really the ACC in general?
No, you take lessons from every game you play in, every single game you play in, no matter how old you get, how many games you learn, you coach, you continue to learn, as coaches first and players second. So every opportunity we have to play this game, you can learn something new. And today, as we watch this tape tonight, tomorrow, we'll learn a lot about who we are as players and coaches, and try to get better every day. Simple as that.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks for coming out.